So hi, my name is John Mobbs. This is my wife Betty. We own and operate the Lazy JM Ranch at the north end of Hauser Lake, Idaho. We've just celebrated our 50-year anniversary here. We raise grass-fed and grass-finished beef, and we try and pasture as much as we can. And we raise our calves here. It's a cow-calf to finish operation, and we've been doing it for how many years now?
We started the movement toward regenerative ranching in 2013 with baby steps, with each year getting closer and closer to all the attributes of regenerative ag.
My great-grandfather had a dairy, and when I was born, we lived on that dairy ground next to my grandfather. And then we moved here in '72, and we just picked it up from there. So we've had cattle, and we've done haying ever since before 1972, obviously.
So was there any dairying that was done here on this?
No, there was no dairy. There was a dairy at one time here. All of the facility was here, but we never went down that pathway. So my wife retired, Betty retired, and we started the grass-fed, grass-finished beef program here. We took a few classes, and we ended up starting to produce beef through regenerative ag. We really didn't know it was regenerative agriculture, but we actually just stumbled onto it. It's just based off our practices, meaning we don't use any pesticides, we don't use any fertilizers, and we rotate our animals through cells in our fields. Changes wise, we've done a lot of changes. We went from the fertilizer, the chemical aspect of farming, and using a lot of iron in the ground to, we don't do any of that anymore. And in fact, if I thought back, my grandfather taught me actually how to farm without using these props, if you will. And in reality, that's how we're farming today, is somewhat like my grandfather used to do back in the 20s and 30s. So those are some of the changes we've made. Another change we made is through genetics. We went from the Sematal breed, Sematal Angus cross, and now we've introduced a lower frame score, which more like the low line, if you will. We have a cross between a typical Angus and low line. So we're looking at a frame score of about a 4, which is not very tall, and that change alone has really helped us out a lot as far as our production. You know, it just didn't. The numbers didn't pan out when I did the. I'm gonna move over, Bob. The numbers really didn't pan out very well when we hauled them to the sale yard, and Betty started direct marketing, and that has been a huge part of our success here, is that direct marketing. I took an animal down to Lewiston, and when I came home, I got the paycheck, and it was just like, it was crazy. And then we decided all animals at this point are direct marketed, and we'll make another $1,000, $1,500 an animal. So direct marketing is a huge tool for us, and it's been very helpful, obviously.
So how does direct marketing work for you?
Well, that's Betty's end of the deal there.
2013, I retired, and Monday morning I was
You retired from?
34 years of teaching first graders, and Monday morning I was in business classes with the Small Business Development Center. I highly recommend that. Through those classes and many more classes through them, I developed a website, and then eventually in 2020, fast forward, we created, along with Emily Black and Lisa Pointer, we created the North Idaho farm stand, which is the Panhandle Farm Corridor. And we started out with 9 farms in 2020, and now we're up to 24 farms. We joyfully and dutifully supply farm fresh, clean beef to over 60 families. We have 2 mottos: is every day is Earth Day at Lazy J.M. Ranch, and the other one is healthy soils, healthy animals, healthy pollinators, and a healthy planet. And that's our contribution, in this chapter of our lives.